Welcome to GasEd. Today, we will be discussing the shift from selling AI tools to delivering profitable business transformations. If you're currently operating in the AI space, whether you're an integration specialist, a consultant, or maybe an agency owner, the old playbook of simply stringing together basic automations, well, it's officially failing. We're witnessing a massive structural shift in the market right now. The game has entirely changed. To build a highly lucrative, sustainable business in this new environment, we have to elevate our approach from simple technical implementation to high-level strategic consulting. Let's dive in.
Here is our agenda for today's explainer. We'll move sequentially through 4 key stages: the commoditization trap, selling destinations, defining a profitable niche, and finally, the 4-pillar agency model.
Starting with Section 1, the AI commoditization trap, the end of basic workflow building.
Think of this explainer as a corporate strategy playbook to help you bypass market skepticism. First, we need to understand the economic force that is absolutely crushing agency margins right now, and that's commoditization. Just a year or two ago, knowing how to connect basic apps or spin up a simple language model workflow was a rare, highly monetizable skill. But today, commoditization is in full swing. This happens when the means to perform a technical task just becomes widespread. Building a basic chatbot or tying 2 pieces of software together isn't seen as technological wizardry anymore. It's seen as easy. And the minute businesses perceive your service as easy, your premium pricing power evaporates.
To put this into perspective, think about the travel industry. Back in the day, travel agents held immense value because they possessed exclusive knowledge about flights, logistics, and hotels. You literally had to go through them. But then, the democratization of data happened. Search engines and platforms like Expedia made all that data accessible to everyone. Almost overnight, travel agents, who were acting merely as middlemen for basic bookings, lost their inherent value. We're seeing this exact same Expedia-level disruption happening right now to middlemen AI builders who simply connect basic software apps.
Moving to Section 2, selling the destination. Moving from technical features to business transformations.
If you're stuck in that travel agent era of AI, you're making the single biggest positional mistake in the market today. You're selling the flight, not the destination. Elite agencies survive commoditization by completely overhauling their messaging. They strip out the technical jargon and lean into a fundamental sales philosophy. People don't buy grass seeds, they buy a green lawn. Listen, your clients do not care about the granular details of the AI systems you build. They aren't buying grass seeds. They are strictly interested in what that AI can do to optimize their operations. They just want that beautiful green lawn.
So imagine you're sitting in a boardroom with a CEO. If your pitch is all about selling features, like rambling about RAG optimization, vector databases, or Python scripts, their eyes are going to glaze over. All you're doing is introducing technical risk and confusion, and you're going to face heavy skepticism. The profitable approach is selling value. Instead of selling a complex chatbot architecture, you confidently promise them, say, 20 new leads per week. You're selling undeniable, guaranteed business growth.
Knowing exactly what value to sell separates the amateurs from elite strategic partners. Top consultants rely on what we call the Critical 3 framework. When structuring contracts, you must explicitly highlight the new revenue opportunities you'll generate and the exact amount of operational time you'll save them. But don't overlook that 3rd pillar, risk and compliance. Enterprise clients are absolutely terrified of data leaks or an AI hallucinating and insulting a customer. If you don't formally address data safety and build strict guardrails, your big enterprise deal simply won't close.
Section 3, defining your profitable niche. Becoming the undeniable, go-to industry expert.
To consistently close those high-value contracts without racing to the bottom on price, you cannot be a generalist. Being a generalist leaves you drowning in that commoditized market we just talked about. Extreme niching is really the only proven way to build a highly lucrative, self-sustaining network effect. Let's look at the WhatsApp systems guy concept. If you tell people you build voice agents, RAG systems, and internal dashboards, no one remembers you. But if you position yourself exclusively as the expert who builds highly profitable WhatsApp systems, a psychological shift happens. Whenever someone in your network hits a WhatsApp-related bottleneck, you are the immediate, unquestioned referral. You suddenly unlock access to thousands of secondary connections.
The market data perfectly validates why this network effect is so crucial. An overwhelming 80 to 85% of early B2B clients for consulting agencies come directly from personal networks and specific referrals. It's rarely manual cold outreach that scales an early agency to its first major revenue milestones. Instead, it's a clear, specific reputation that just spreads effortlessly through warm, trusted connections.
To actually engineer this referral engine, you need to align 3 variables. First, articulate one highly specific business outcome. Second, target high-profit clients. Look for established businesses with more money than time, folks, who won't aggressively push back on premium pricing. And third, leverage your 1% skill set. For instance, if you spent a decade as a commercial real estate broker before jumping into tech, build AI exclusively for commercial real estate firms. You already speak their language, you know their commission structures, and you understand their daily headaches. Your deep industry background becomes your elite competitive edge.
Section 4. The 4-pillar agency model. The empirical, elite business operations playbook.
Once you've stopped selling commoditized tools and locked in your high-value niche, you need a strict operational framework to predictably acquire, audit, and upgrade these businesses. Here's a high-level look at that linear model. It's strategically designed to smoothly transition a skeptical prospect into a high-paying, long-term client. The pillars operate in sequence: free media, the paid diagnostic, the transformation, and finally, recurring long-term value.
Pillar 1 requires a serious mindset shift away from exhaustive manual cold outreach. Sure, grinding out cold emails works initially, but the largest agencies build their moats using free media. By consistently creating high-value content that directly solves the granular problems of your target avatar, you build long-term brand equity. Prospects consume this educational material, they independently recognize your authority, and eventually, they approach you as automated inbound leads already perfectly primed to buy.
When those inbound leads finally engage, we move to Pillar 2, the paid diagnostic. This step is absolutely vital. You don't immediately sell them a technical build. Instead, you act like an elite corporate doctor. Think about it. A top-tier surgeon wouldn't operate without ordering an MRI first, right? So you sell a comprehensive paid operational audit to identify their specific bottlenecks. You interview key stakeholders, assess internal risks, and deliver a formal blueprint organized strictly by expected return on investment. This establishes massive trust before a single line of code is ever written.
Once the client reviews your ROI-focused blueprint, the transition to Pillar 3 is entirely seamless. Pillar 3 is the transformation, the actual project execution. Because your paid diagnostic proved exactly how much money or operational time they're currently bleeding, the friction to hire you for the build is completely removed. You aren't selling some unproven AI tool anymore. You're simply executing the agreed-upon blueprint to transition their business into an optimized, higher-profit state.
Finally, we secured the financial foundation of your firm with Pillar 4. To maximize your long-term value, or LTV, you have to implement continuity. Once the transformation is complete, you never just walk away. You secure recurring monthly or annual revenue through ongoing system maintenance packages, API updates, growth monitoring, or continuous team education platforms. This guarantees sustainable, predictable cash flow and deepens your integration right into their corporate infrastructure, ultimately making you indispensable.
Take a moment to reflect on this fundamental question as we wrap up. Are you selling AI tools, or are you selling highly profitable business transformations? Mastering this mindset shift from a technical middleman to an elite strategic partner is absolutely the key to thriving in this maturing market. That is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.